I'm back. I have a major change of plans. Hope this corn makes it okay, but it's probably going to die. The weather changed and it's going to be even colder now, so it's going to be below freezing for about 8 hours one day, and then several hours another day, and then several more hours another day. So it's probably going to kill a lot of my tender stuff, like my bananas and things. Like some of them probably won't be damaged. They'll probably actually be killed off all the way to the ground or something. And definitely my tropical trees and things. I dug them all up. I'm gonna end up digging up these bananas. That's out here, but I've been digging them all up and putting them in pots and things because they're all very small still, and some of them, I keep moving them around my yard, decide where I want them anyway, so I just transplanted some of them like just a couple months ago or so, these olives, and even though they're olives and stuff, some of them are really tiny. This one over here is really small, and I think it would get damaged a lot, and I just don't know if the roots are really hardy enough yet or established enough yet to be able to handle it. The papaya definitely probably would die, so it's going to come in. And the sour sop. So I just dug them up and put them in pots. And I kind of like it that way because now I'll be able to move them around again in the yard and figure out where I want to put them. Like this, the orange. I decided I really don't want the orange in my front yard. I think I'm going to put it back here because, for one, I just think it'll look nicer back here than in the front of my house. But if I put it right here, it'll be kind of partially shaded, which means it'll make less fruit, but that's a good thing because I'm just one person. I'm really worried about my potatoes. Look how, like, wonderful they're growing. They're probably going to die off, so I'm going to have to cover them up. So hopefully they'll be okay. And I'm pretty sure these peas will die that I'm trying to save. Get peas from. So I might just harvest them, I guess, because they're probably not going to survive and mature. They might. I don't know. I'll leave them on there. We'll see. I'm probably going to harvest the mustard, some of it, because I think that long cold on the mustard greens will make them kind of damaged. I know the kale and the cabbage will be okay, but the lettuce and some of the mustards I think will be damaged. And the beans probably will be damaged too. But I might leave like that, the leaves on there just to try to cover them up, or I might just throw something on top of the beans. I don't know. This tomato is going to die for sure. It's already starting to look bad just because it's been kind of cold the past few days. It's more cooler. I should just harvest these green ones on here because I don't think they're going to ripen up. And this passion flower will probably die back. I don't know. It's underneath a tree. But I'm not going to do anything to it. I'm just going to see what it does. Same with a lot of the stuff that, some of it, I guess. Not a lot of it. I'm going to leave out and see what it does. Dug up some of these pigeon peas and amaranth just because I know I have more seeds to start over, but I really want to get a jump start with the pigeon peas. So maybe I'll be able to get a harvest before next winter. Pretty sure these will be okay. Like, they might die back, but I think that they'll grow back from the roots. What's going to happen to the buckwheat? It'll probably die. So it's not starting to bloom. It's pretty. Yeah, this will probably all get damaged. My yard only has like one tree in it now, a banana. I'm sure my neighbors are like, what? But I'm gonna dig up these ones. I'm sure people are gonna be like, what happened to all this? Or maybe not. I'm gonna dig up this one. It's right here where the sour sop was, because it already looks like it's damaged a lot. And it's not even been that cold. So, it's coming up. I'm just going to dig it up. I bought these trash bags. I'm just going to, like, kind of, instead of using pots, just kind of put them in a little bag, because it's only going to be maybe 3 weeks at the most before I put them back outside. I might even put them back out sooner. So, but yeah, I used to keep them inside all winter long in Ohio, so I'm sure they'll be fine for a few weeks. Just gonna dig it up here. I have that big roots. See, that's why I'm bringing it in very much at all. So yeah, that probably can't handle too much of a freeze for too long. So I'm glad I'm bringing them in. I'd hate to lose this variety. I need to get this one here too. Look how it's already, said it's already looks damaged. So it's got to come up. They come up really easily. Just gonna keep this and throw it over here. But this one, since this doesn't have any soil on it, I'll probably put a little bit of this potting mix around it before I close the bag up. I'll probably put like maybe 3 or 4 of these little ones in here like this. And then I'll do probably 1 or 2 of the bigger ones in each bag. 4 in here. Put a little soil around it. I'm just gonna wrap up the bag and tie it. Then just bring it inside and let it sit. And I probably will have a room with a window, but it probably won't be getting like full sun or anything. But it'll just sit there for a few weeks. And these will slowly probably start to die over the next 3 or 4 weeks. They're not gonna like it, but I think they have a better chance of surviving than if I left them out in the cold. And you know, I might even bring them outside in like another week or 2 instead of maybe put them in pots and bring them outside during the day. When I'm bringing some of them inside, I can really see how yellow and cold damaged they already are anyway. So I'm just going to set them here in the corner like this. I have a few more to get, and then I might get a couple of the medium-sized ones. Except I'm probably just going to leave the large ones out there just because they're so large, and I think they'll just come back from the base. So these are the only ones I am bringing in. The rest, I think I'm going to see just how cold hardy they could be and how cold it really gets here. I think this one I'm just going to leave, and if it dies, it'll probably die. I'm just curious to see how cold it gets here, because I plan to plant an olive tree like right here, I think. I'm all inside now with most of them. I'm going to bring in a few more little things like pepper plants and stuff like that. I'm trying to set them over here. But I think all this stuff will survive over here. The trees inside, I made these little things here to just like a pot. I'm just going to cover that up and do that with the pineapple. These pots that I'm just going to put over the tomatoes and things. 3 of these trash cans, and I'm going to put them over some of the smaller bananas. This squash here, and took it off the post so that I can, and I mulched around the bottom of it, and I'm just going to kind of put it in a little pile and put this container over on top of it. So that's what I'm going to do tomorrow evening. Hopefully that'll be okay. And it will be on its own. And over here I have boxes and containers and all kinds of things that I'm going to try and cover up the potatoes. This big banana back here, I have some sheets that I'm going to throw over it and a tarp and just hope for the best. And then that'll be everything that I can cover up. I have these containers that I might try to cover up the lettuce with, but I don't even know if that's going to work. So I don't know. We'll have to see, I guess, how it does. Peppers and things on my back porch here that I'm just going to leave here. And then I have some more inside that I care about a little bit more that are doing a little better. Bananas here underneath this tree line. I'm just going to see if they'll survive and how they'll do, because I don't want to see how tropical trees will probably do planted there. I have another trash can that I'm going to cover this banana with, and those elephant ears and the amaranth. We'll just have to do on its own. And then I have seedlings that I'm starting. Tomato and some peppers and things that I'll just bring inside tomorrow, and then I'll set them outside during the day and bring them back in at night. I mean, ideally I'd love to be able to do that with everything, but it's too much work. So the trees and big things are just gonna have to stay inside for about 4 or 5 days, I guess, maybe. Maybe I'll bring them outside after about 4 or 5 days. Stuff here, I'll just let stay inside for 4 or 5 days, and then maybe a week at the most, I'll put them back outside, and then if it gets cold again, I'll bring them back in. But I think I might, try to put them in the ground once February comes and figure out where I want to put some of them, and maybe decide to leave some of them in pots permanently. Bananas outside die. I have these ones in here that at least the roots of will survive, that I'll be able to put in pots or grow back from. I know it's going to be much, much colder in a lot of other places in the world this weekend, so stay warm, stay safe, and have Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year, all that stuff. Bye.